and welcome to a brand new video here on my channel. Today we are back with Love Island the Game 2 Series 4, otherwise known as the Bombshell season. And we're back today with Volume 15. We're so close to the end. There is a new season that's due to be releasing today. We'll see. What I'm planning to do is playing both the seasons alongside each other, but semi-prioritizing the new season. Just so you know, the new season's called X in the Villa. I've released 2 videos on my channel about them already, so if you haven't seen those, do go back and watch them and let me know what you think in the comments of those videos. This episode is called episode 36, Top Bottle. Race against the boys to keep your bottles and snatch theirs. All's fair in love and games of elaborate strategy. Welcome back to Love Island, where tensions are high, but Bruno's hair is higher. And today, I'm not the only one snooping into the Islanders' business. I'm too intrusive. There's no better way to relieve stress than some friendly competition. I volunteer as tribute. But let's see who gets chased and who does the chasing in a game I'm sure will have no emotional repercussions whatsoever. Everyone is milling about the kitchen making breakfast and chatting. Tom, can you pass me the coffee? Najuma's closer, but I'll sure get that for you. Oh, he won't ask me. I'm too intrusive. Not this again. Bruno is miming a samba as he fills a pot of oats with water. Oh, don't put that down the sink again. Lightning never strikes twice. But this is not lightning, it's porridge, Bruno. And that's not true. I've seen lightning strike the same place loads of times. There's a lot of hostility around my porridge right now. I don't think it's about the porridge. Najuma and Yusuf are pointedly not speaking to each other. Their eyes meet and both of them quickly look down. It's pretty chilly between those two and it's bringing the energy down. Bruno hurries over to you, fleeing before the others can continue to tell him off. I think I'd bitten off more than I could chew over there. But you're not supposed to chew porridge, so that might be the problem. Are you making a joke right now? Sorry, is this the wrong time? How do I feel about jokes right now? No, I'm grateful for them. I'm kind of into it. He grins and you chuckle. How's a tofu scramble sound? Perfect. You and Bruno gather 2 chopping boards, some knives, vegetables, and a few blocks of tofu. I feel like they've remembered were we vegan or vegetarian? Because even I can't remember. The pair of you start dicing vegetables. Can you feel the tension between Yusuf and Najuma? Yes, I'm so glad you said something. When I get in their eyeline, it's like standing out in a snowstorm. How do I feel about their tension? Hopefully they sort it soon. It's making everyone uncomfortable, and I don't like seeing those two like this. He gives you a grateful smile. Together you get all the veg prepped and Bruno's heating some oil in a frying pan. I know some people have some very strong feelings on the proper scramble technique. Are you a tofu connoisseur? Do I care how breakfast gets made? I have many thoughts. Oh really? You cough and draw your shoulders up. Size of the veg chunks, proportion of salt to other seasoning, finishing on the hob or in the oven, getting too dry to maintain the shape or being too wet to have a shape, milk or no milk. What about butter or veggie spread? Will there be cream? Are those onions? I hope they're not going in raw. They will stay raw. And Bruno laughs so hard he nearly drops the chopped onions he just picked up. With your expert guidance, we will make the perfect breakfast. You give Bruno a peck on the cheek and he smiles. How about you go make us some tea and I'll do the food? Sounds like a good plan. Bruno wanders off and you start cooking. Angie sidles up to you, sipping from her bottle. She glances down at your breakfast, eyes widening. Looking good? Did Bruno give you tips or out? Are you saying I can't cook? She grins wickedly. Nah, it looks good, really. You both share a short giggle. Just talking out loud, but the recoupling was so stressful. How are you holding up? Angie wants to know how I'm doing. I'm good. I'm good. I like being coupled up with Bruno. Ugh, gross. Recoupling has definitely shaken things up though. Yeah, the mood of the villa has shifted slightly. Angie props herself up on her elbows. Slightly. You could cut the tension in here with those huge hibachi knives. Ugh, sorry. Craving hibachi food. There's one near my work and I miss it. Angie's craving hibachi food. Take me next time. You got it. Be prepared if they miss your mouth, like an ex. Hey, you know what I tell my little sisters when the going gets tough? You let your food simmer for a minute, leaning on the countertop to regard Angie. What kind of advice does Angie give her sisters? Punch your way out of it? Yes. But also no. Her tone softens and there's a proud smile on her lips. I tell them that no matter what, they should embrace their feelings. It's hard and messy, but that you'll be stronger at the end of it. She laughs dryly. I'm a hypocrite because I struggle with that. I guess that's just the burden of being the eldest child. Angie's sisters. You have 3 sisters, right? Angie smiles. Thanks for remembering. I do. Aparna, Anita, and Carla. What happened to Carla? Why didn't she get an A? You need to be part of the official A club to get the name. But no, seriously, she's named after her nan. We have a bit of an age difference and that does lead to some skirmishes, but I love them. I miss them a lot. Angie's talking about her family. Did your family want you coming on Love Island? Angie's shoulders stiffen slightly. She stands upright. I'm sorry if I overstepped. No, you didn't. It's just... She sighs. My dad and I have a complicated history. We've always clashed. Mum used to say it's because we're too similar. Two hot-headed people under one roof is a battle. Angie grows quiet. All you hear is the chatter of the other islanders and the sizzling of the pan. He always wanted me to be a lawyer. Always put that expectation on me when I was a kid. I knew I wanted to be a paramedic at a young age, especially when Mum got sick. I knew I had to help. I wanted to. After she passed, let's just say it confirmed what I wanted to do. She sighs and averts her gaze, keeping quiet for a while. Angie's opening up about her family. Thanks for telling me. I'm glad you're doing what's best for you. Me too. She playfully nudges your shoulder. So, my turn for question hour? You're asking? Well, that's a first. Hush. Angie pauses, struggling to find the right words. Have you ever thought about ever dating a girl? Like, being with one, intimately? Would I ever be in a same-sex relationship? See, this is where I struggle to sort of remember our law, because I can't remember if we said we were interested or not. I think we told Najuma that there's no way we're interested in same-sex relationships, but we also had a little bit of a thing with Najuma. So I think that I'm tempted to say maybe, with the catch being, if we found our perfect person and they happened to be a woman, we would end up with them if they were also interested in us. But I think Jade is more on the scale straight. Definitely an ally, but straight. So maybe. With the right person, I might be open to it. That's what we said. Awesome. Why are you asking? Bit out of the blue, isn't it? Angie quickly looks around over her shoulder. No reason at all, really. I've got no clue when it comes to stuff like that. She looks up from the floor suddenly, meeting your eyes. I am starving though. Better go see to my own breakfast. Thanks, Jade. That was a nice chat. Anytime, girlie. She heads off into the crowd of islanders, leaving you alone once again. Bruno returns with 2 steaming mugs of tea. After not too long, breakfast is ready. Everyone is lingering in the kitchen to eat. I've had enough! All eyes are on Bruno as he waves a fork in the air. The memorial we held for my goldfish, rest in peace Mrs. Bubbles, was more upbeat than this. Let's play a game. Oh yes. What's the game? I knew I liked you for a reason, Tiffany. Bruno hops up on the counter, towering above everyone else. 2 teams, girls versus boys and Will. Will smiles warmly at Bruno. Bruno gives him a wink. Thanks, man. The objective of this game is to steal all the opposing team's water bottles. Brilliant. Easy, Tommy. I've not explained how you get the water bottles yet. Tom giggles and playfully throws his hand up in defeat. Each player will have a target on the other team. You have to perform a trick on your target to get their bottle. If your bottle gets taken, you have to come back to the kitchen. We can't have anyone getting dehydrated. How do we know who our targets are? Yeah, and how do we know what the tricks are? Simple. Your captain tells you. Captains are immune and will be waiting here in the kitchen. I would like to nominate myself as the boys' captain. What do the boys say? Nobody speaks. I will take your silence as approval. Now, we need a girls' captain. Tabby's hand shoots up. I volunteer as tribute. The girls cheer for Tabby. Bruno casts a disapproving eye over the silent boys. Where's that enthusiasm, eh? There's still more girls than boys. Oh yeah, want to join our team? Yeah, go on then. What? That's not fair. No, it's alright, Valentina. We'll still win. But first, I need to confer with my esteemed counterpart. Tabby strides over to the counter Bruno is stood on and holds her arms out. Come on, Captain Bruno. We have to make sure we don't give out the same tricks. Bruno hops from the countertop into Tabby's arms. I was going to help you down. This was more fun. Carry me to the lawn, Captain Tabby. We can't risk being overheard. Tabby carries Bruno out of the kitchen and towards the lawn. She's so strong. The teams group together and watch the captains chatting outside. Tabby's put Bruno down. Wonder who I'll get. Bruno and Tabby return to the kitchen. Tabby heads over to the boys and Angie. Bruno comes over to you and the girls. He whispers first to Tiffany and she looks worried. Then he whispers to Najuma and she looks annoyed. Jade, you're up next. He's gonna give me a target. Maybe I can convince him to give me the target I want. I don't mind who the target is. If anyone, I would say Bruno and he's not playing, so I'm sure. Roll the dice. Come closer so I can whisper to you. You get closer to Bruno. He leans in and cups his hand over your ear. Your target is Will. If I had to pick anyone, I would have picked Will. Amazing. You have to sneak his spoon into his pocket to get a water bottle. He waggles his eyebrows at you and then moves to Cora. Bruno whispers to Valentina and she grins. Then he hurries over to Angie and the boys. Tabby rushes over to you and the girls, waving her arms. Stay light on your feet, ladies. We're going to win this. Scatter! There are yelps and screams as everyone but Tabby and Bruno flee the kitchen. You hurry over to the kitchen and grab a teaspoon from a drawer. then rush to the lawn. Where should I head now? Okay, so we could go in, start with Will. I think that's probably the best way to do things. You wander into the bathroom and find Will kneeling in the middle of the room. He's squinting at something. What in there? Will, what are you doing? There were footprints leading in here. Didn't you see him? You follow his gaze and see he's inspecting a wet trail. Who are you following? Can't say. She might be in the room. Is it me? He stands and turns to face you. What if it is you? How could I make you tell me? I'm a pretty tough nut to crack. How do I make him tell me? I'm going to confuse him. You slowly raise your hand towards his face. What are you doing? You flourish your hand and are stood with your thumb peeking out between your fingers. I've got your nose. Tell me who your target is. Will is visibly baffled. No, you don't, and I'm not going to do that. Why are you certain that I don't? Because I can feel my nose on my face. Can you? Can anyone really ever feel their nose? You're right. I've never consciously felt my nose. Then you agree I have your nose. Tell me what you know. He shakes his head, wearing a slightly pained expression. He touches his own nose and then looks determined. No, this isn't going to work. I have my nose. I can't believe you made me doubt if I had my nose. Damn, you win this time. So if it's not me, are you sure she's in here? Maybe she's already escaped. Do I think Will's target is left? I'm not sure. Your guess is as good as mine. I'll stick around for a bit then. She can't hide forever. You give Will a little wave goodbye and start leaving the bathroom. Oh, wait. Oh, what's up? I think I've got a way to help you find your target. Really? Would you like it? This seems suspicious, but what is it? I've got to put it in your pocket. I'm intrigued. Go on, close your eyes. He closes his eyes. You slip the spoon you've been carrying into one of Will's front trouser pocket. He opens his eyes and takes the spoon out of his pocket. I've been deceived. Aha! Give me your water bottle and go to the kitchen. Will sulkily collects his water bottle from the sink and hands it over. As he leaves the bathroom, he gives you a little smile and you grin back at him. He chuckles. Jade, is that you? Tiffany? Tiffany pokes her head out from inside the shower. You're a lifesaver. How long have you been hiding in there? Days? Yeah. I bent time and space and it's been 1,000 years for me in that shower. Who's your target? She goes pale. Angie. Oh no. Oh yes. I'm gonna try and psych myself up before I try and find her. Thanks again, Jade. Her face vanishes into the shower again. You take a final look around before heading out of the bathroom. Where now? Where should I head now? I think. So we've got Tom and Valentina or James and Cora. Let's get Valentina and Tom out of the way. You come to the hideaway and find Valentina stood in the doorway. Hey Valentina, what's happening? I saw Tom run in here. He's not even your target. Wait, how do we know that? I know that. I only chased him for a bit, but he kept running. It was actually pretty funny. What do I think of Valentina chasing Tom? How did he get away? I couldn't even catch him, but he kept going. Valentina turns on a heel and strides out over the lawn. He's all yours. You walk properly into the hideaway and start to search for Tom, but he's well hidden. Jade? Tom, where are you? How do I know you can be trusted? Valentina's gone. Tom sits up. He has sandwiched himself between the pillows on the bed and used a blanket to cover the gaps. Wow, you're really good at hiding. We would play really intense games of hide and seek at St. Giles. If the seekers caught you, they'd throw a grapefruit at you. That's so specific. Tom chuckles and nods. You would be amazed at how many grapefruits a gang of determined teenagers can pull together. Anyway, have you seen James? Tom has extracted himself from his hiding spot. He's lying on his back in bed, looking up at you, his legs resting on the wall behind the bed. What do you need with James? To strategize. But why can't you strategize with Bruno? Was Bruno asking about me? He lifts his head from the bed. What? No, he wasn't. He flops his head back onto the bed with a huff. Why James specifically? Well, he's sort of like a teddy bear that can climb mountains. He has a protector vibe. You want James to protect you? Tom blushes furiously and covers his face with his arms. Well, shut up! You giggle at him and he pokes you on the arm. Why are you here? Are you hiding from Angie? Isn't everyone? Valentina threw a beanbag at her to get away. But no one knows who Angie has. Where's James? Should I tell Tom where James is? No idea. I don't know. I haven't seen him since we all left the kitchen. Blast. This isn't going to plan. Especially since I've given away my hiding place to an enemy. Tom sits himself upright and braces his arms on the bed, ready to stand. He rises from the bed and straightens himself up. Be a brave soldier, Tommy. No tears now. He trots out of the hideaway, his head held high. I wonder where everyone else is. You're crossing the lawn and spot Cora eyeing a pile of beanbags with suspicion. You catch her eye and she smiles at you. You wander over to her. Hey, Jade. Oh, hey, Cora. Still after your target? I'm not sure where he's hiding, and no luck finding him out here. None yet. I thought he might be in that bush. There's a moment of silence and you both burst out laughing. I'm going to take a little break. That's fair. There's been a lot of excitement. Want to join me? Nah, you're alright. I want to find Tom. I know he's nearby. Catch you later, Jade. Bye, babe. You wave to Cora as she heads towards the hideaway and she waves back at you. You lay on the couches for a little while, soaking up the sun. I suppose it's time to see where Angie's got to. You get up to leave and hear a giggle from a pile of beanbags. What in there? You step carefully towards the pile. Angie leaps from her hiding place. Beanbags go tumbling everywhere. What? She's brandishing a colander. In a flurry of flying limbs, you try to avoid the ambush but tumble among the beanbags. The colander lands on your head. You're looking at the world through its tiny holes. Woo! Give me a water bottle. You look up to see Angie stood above you, one hand on her hip and the other held out. She helps you up and takes the colander off your head. How long had you been under there? Less time than you'd think. Have you been following me? How have I not seen you? Now that would be telling. I have to admit, the best woman won. Colander slinger. She grins. I like it. But that's enough flattery. Surrender the goods and go to the kitchen. You hand over your water bottle and leave Angie alone as she starts doing a victory dance. You come to the kitchen. Almost everyone is here having drinks and chatting. Bruno and Tabi are making mocktails for the others. Oh no, Jade, who got you? Angie. That's rough. It's wild. She was everywhere and nowhere. I've just realised I'm still in the hideaway. I knew I'd forget to change. Hold on. That's a little bit better. Sorry, we spent most of that episode in the hideaway, but let's be honest, isn't that where we all just want to be? I couldn't find Tiffany either. It's like she jumped in the pool and dissolved. He has no idea she was literally 3 foot away from him. Sounds like she was learning from Ange. Who knew Angie had read The Art of War, eh? Everyone laughs. Tabi a little louder than the rest. Angie the Sun Tzu student, a classic. Don't feel too bad, Jade. We've got mocktails on the go if you fancy one. Do I want a mocktail? Yeah, something sweet. Coming right up. You played a devious game, Jade. That's me. A little bit naughty, a little bit nice. And cold as ice. You clutch your chest and pretend to swoon. Such slander. I can't help being this clever. You give Will a little wink and he grins at you. The girls are doing amazingly. I can't wait to see who comes back last. Don't count your chicks before they're in the coop. Bruno passes you your drink, barely breaking banter with Tabi. Thanks. You're welcome. Where was I? Oh yeah, we've still got Angie out there. Your drink is cool and refreshing after a few hours of hunting around the villa. Najuma and Yusuf burst into the kitchen, bickering. Yusuf goes up to Bruno. So you thought this was funny? Giving me Najuma when you know we've not been getting along? Bruno looks confused. I didn't think it was that deep. Tu es bête comme tes pieds. Oh, you're always doing things without thinking. Bruno is shifting awkwardly on his feet. All right, mate, I hadn't realised. I'm sorry. Whoa, is everything okay, Yusuf? Come on, there's no need to bring Bruno into this. Are you sure? Is it time for more psychoanalysis from Dr. Najuma? What's going on? It feels like people are going to say stuff they'll regret. Yeah, what's up with you two? Najuma looks to you pleadingly. Should I explain what's been going on between Najuma and Yusuf? I can try to. Najuma seemed worried about Yusuf being scared of commitment with Cora. She mentioned his dad at one point, and she was asking around to confirm some theory she had. I know Yusuf and I have had similar family lives. You had no business speculating about my life. Hey, let's try to stay calm. Yusuf didn't like Najuma being nosy about his relationship or his childhood. Is that fair? Yusuf nods slowly. And Najuma didn't get how annoyed Yusuf was. You thought you were being a good friend, didn't you? Najuma nods slowly. Najuma, sometimes the way we think people want to be helped isn't what they want at all. If a person doesn't want the way you're trying to fix something, all they'll do is resent you for it. I guess that's right. Yusuf, people can't know what you're thinking or feeling if you make them guess. You have to express it. Najuma, do you have something you want to say to Yusuf? Sorry, Yusuf. I didn't mean to hurt you. Yusuf sighs and holds his hand out. And I didn't mean to get so angry. I should have said why I was feeling what I was feeling. Are you offering to hug it out? Yes, quickly, before I change my mind. Najuma and Yusuf share a tentative hug. Yusuf turns to Bruno. Both boys look bashful. I'm sorry, Bruno. I shouldn't have been so harsh. Thanks, man. I was being a bit insensitive myself. Do we hug now? Fine. Bruno yanks Yusuf into a bear hug, squeezing his middle. Yusuf weakly wraps his arms around Bruno's shoulders. You're cutting off my circulation. Whoops! Bruno releases Yusuf and gives him a cheeky smile. How about a drink? The atmosphere in the kitchen becomes much brighter after a short while. Angie comes running in, waving her phone in the air. Cora comes running in. I have a text! A likely story. No, really, I do. Tiffany comes charging in from the bathroom. Have I won? There's a text. Oh, okay, cool. What's it say? Islanders, get ready for an early Christmas present tomorrow. 2 boys, fresh from the box with a bow on top. Hashtag unboxing. Hashtag boys in the box. New boys. Boys in boxes. Competition for the affections of mystery people. Sounds like how I nearly spoiled Christmas a few years ago. I'm still not allowed back in that garden centre. Get ready for the spiciest use of a magician's box you've ever seen. And some underhanded play to get some hands on boy-shaped prizes. Get your mind out of the gutter, thank you very much. That's where I am. There's only room for one in here. All this next time on Love Island. So what do we think about that? Honestly, I'm a little bit upset we didn't get to see James and Cora. So I'm also glad I didn't save Will for last, because could you imagine? I feel like that would have been quite tragic. Also, because I'm curious, I'm going to look up what it was that Yusuf said to Bruno. I thought it was that, but I didn't want to say anything in case I was wrong. I'm learning French at the moment. But Bruno basically said you're as dumb as your feet, or you're as stupid as your feet. But thank you so much for watching, everyone. Let me know how excited you are for Ex in the Villa down below. And let me know how excited you are for the new boys entering the villa. It's going to be soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you. Just make sure you click the notification bell to be notified whenever a video goes live. And I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.